Do you want God's plan for your life? Do you want to discover your calling? Do you want to build a business that's aligned with God's will? Hey girl, hey! I'm Jeanette, business and faith coach. After a decade in the military, the Air Force said, see you later, and I had to find my true calling. Want to know how God directed my life from a cybersecurity engineer to a faith and business mentor? In this podcast, I'll teach you how to start a business, how to know your business is God's calling, monetization techniques, how to trust the Holy Spirit, and how to set boundaries to listen to His word alone. Ready to become unapologetically unstoppable? Hey girl, hey! Have you ever heard of the term sunken cost fallacy? So that means, it's like my old car when I was a kid. The car was worth nothing. Let's be real. It was worth nothing. But I had put so much money into it and love that I wanted to keep it forever and ever because I was obsessed with it. Like it was my car. To anybody else, it would be like an old, rusty, beat up bucket, right? But to me, it had so much value because I put so much in it. And so I wanted to get my money back without losing it. It had sentimental value and I put a lot into it. So that is, in a nutshell, sunken cost fallacy. I didn't want to get rid of it because I had already put so much into it. Or like you got a whole full business and God is telling you to change things up and you don't want to do it because you spent so much time working on it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to start over. So you're like, I'm not going to do it. That's sunken cost fallacy. The fallacy is that I am going to somehow make this one work when really it's not up to me. Really, I put too much work into it, and so I don't want to give it up. That's what sunken cost fallacy is. Okay, so when it comes to your niche and branding, I want to talk about sunken cost fallacy. Also, the opposite of that, which is like not holding on to something long enough where people understand what you are, who you are, and what you do, right? Because that's the opposite of it. It's like too much change, not enough change, somewhere in the middle, but without having sunken cost fallacy. Okay, so my niche, as you all know, is business women, entrepreneurs that are Christians. That ain't gonna change. That's not a thing. And I'm not talking about me in particular. I'm just talking about niching down specifically. I was talking to a client the other day and she was telling me that she had all these things that she wanted to do, all these people she wanted to help. And I was trying to explain to her that when you are trying to market yourself as an online entrepreneur, things go so fast. So if you're not consistent with your messaging, what you're doing, who you're helping, people will get confused and the confused mind does not buy. So I think that all of us need to have one singular niche as an overarching, like that's my umbrella. My umbrella is women, entrepreneurs. That's my umbrella. But your umbrella can't be like hairdresser. I need your niche to be a little bit more specific than that. Like my hairdresser, she just does weaves, extensions, anything that adds to your hair. That's all she does. She doesn't want to do blowouts. She doesn't want to do cuts. She doesn't want to do straightening your hair. She doesn't want to do chemicals, colors. She doesn't want to do any of that unless it has to do with adding hair to your hair. That's the only reason she's going to do it. So I think that if you have a niche or you have something that you can provide, like a service you want to provide for somebody, I think it needs to be something that people can be like, oh, she does just this. Obviously, you're going to do some other pieces of other things, right? But you need to decide, pick a lane to sit in and stay in to pick your niche. You cannot be everything to everybody because then you'll be nothing to nobody. So I want you to remember that. And once you have your niche down, your branding will come after that. So once you have your niche down, then that will determine what kind of branding and thought leader you are going to become in the market. So I am in this course. It's called Mic Drop Academy. And there's a really badass woman in there that does branding and marketing. And I obviously love branding and marketing. But I can't do it for myself. I don't know why. It's like the shoemaker's son. He's got no shoes. It just doesn't happen. I'm helping everybody else with their stuff. I can't help myself. I just can't see it. And so she was saying that if you are a thought leader like X, then you should be portraying yourself like X, right? And if you're Y, you should be doing it like Y. And I realized that mine was unaligned. My branding was unaligned with how I want to show up on the internet, how I want people to see me, how I want to be experienced, what that experience is with Jeanette Peterson LLC in my brand. My brand is unapologetically unstoppable, right? But my website was saying, hi, how are you doing? I'm Jeanette and I'm a Christian lady and I homeschool and I do all this stuff that's really fun. No, F that. I am Jeanette and I slay the devil with some really, really badass prayers. You might hear me cuss because I was in the military and I'm here to get all of y'all together, okay? That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to be your friend. I will be your friend, but we're going to have some tough love too because that's just my personality, okay? I'm going to tell you like it is. Sorry, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Might hurt your feelings when I tell you the truth, but that's what you always get from me. I don't gossip. Might curse. I'm going to tell you like it is, okay? That's what my brand needs to say about me. I'm bold, out there, unapologetically me, and I'm unstoppable because I've got the God of Abraham behind me, backing me up. You know what I'm saying? It is not me on my own. I'm not doing none of this. It is all him, okay? So that's what I want my brand to say. My brand wasn't saying that, y'all. My brand was not saying that. It has some really pretty pictures of me being really cute and happy. That is not always me. I am going to get a new photo shoot because that is not the me that I want to portray. That is not the me that's going to slay the devil in his face. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm going to have the gun and I'm going to shoot him straight between the eyeballs with my prayers. Okay? You know what I'm saying? That's who I am as a person. So my branding needed to portray the same thing. So now if you go to my website, JeanettePeterson.com, it's been updated, y'all. It's been updated because I needed a facelift. It needed to reflect my personality. So now that I know my niche and my branding is on point, my copy, the words on my website need to display the same thing. This weekend, was it yesterday? I don't know. This weekend, I was helping my mom because she has recently stepped out on her own to be an independent insurance broker, which is pretty cool. I mean, like, she's an old lady, but she's doing her thing. She's doing her little thug thizzle. And so I was helping her with her brand colors and her business cards. Side note, if you service anybody under the age of 40, don't do business cards. But she doesn't. So it's all good for her, right? But I was helping her with her colors because her colors needed to reflect, I am dependable. I understand you. I've got big letters so you can read this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on who her niche is. Her niche is retirees over the age of like 65 that need help with their medical insurance and health insurance, life insurance and health insurance. That's what she sells. So I wanted to make sure that her copy and the things that she was saying was easily understandable and translatable to those people, and they had trust in her based on those words. So that's what yours also needs to say. And then also, let's talk about the copy and the pain point of what somebody has, right? So there's two ways to do copy. You can say, you feel like this, these are bad things. You feel bad about this, you feel like, doesn't it suck? You've seen those commercials, these weight loss commercials. Doesn't it suck to not have your pants fit anymore or not be able to play with your kid? Well, get hydroxo whatever, and then you'll lose 15 pounds in 10 days. You know what I'm saying? But really, the pain point could also be like, wouldn't it feel great to be able to run on the beach like Pamela Anderson and have your kids just be great all the time because you'll have lost 15 pounds in 10 days? And you'll be able to do that too because everybody's going to love you and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So those are two ways to do it. I tell you why you feel bad, or I say what you can get, like where you want to be. I don't care how you do it. Do it whatever way feels good to you, because that's just how content works and copies with pain points. Okay. Pain point marketing. So when you are rebranding your website, you need to make sure that you know your niche. Tight. Who they are, what they do, where they go, what they look like, how they feel, because you want to be able to really dig deep into that pain point because you'll know how they feel. So that way you can help them get to what they want to be. You have to know both of those things. And so your branding also needs to project the things you want to say to them. If it's, I am a copywriter and I want you to know that I am going to help you write your copy and it's going to be great because I'm a badass at this. And the copywriter's website might look lots of white space. Like, I am playing second fiddle to you. You don't need me to be all loud out there because I'm not a coach. I'm a copywriter. I'm just writing things for you. I'm second fiddle to you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a coach needs to be big and bold because, well, it depends. Like, for me, I am that personality. I want you to know that when you work with me, we're going to get things done. I'm going to make you make decisions. We're going to figure things out. We're going to go. And you're going to be inspired to continue on that trajectory. You're going to make things happen. You're going to be transformed, right? So it just depends on what you want to say. My mom's is like, I know what I'm talking about and I don't want to steal your money. I'm very trustworthy. I want to make sure that I'm getting you the right decision for you. And it doesn't matter what I think is right for you. It's what you think is right for you. And I'm going to help you make a really good decision on that. So you need to figure out who your niche is, what your branding is, copy, pain point. If you need help with any of these, dude, I love doing this. So just DM me and I got you. But also check out my new website because it does say those things now. Because I wasn't realizing how incongruent my branding was compared to you hearing me on the podcast or you getting an email from me or you seeing one of my posts on the internet. You know what I mean? My website wasn't reflecting the big boldness, unapologetic part of myself. So I want you to realize that when you're looking at your website, that you might need somebody else to look at it that's totally objective, that doesn't care about how you feel. I mean, a little bit, right? They don't care about how you feel in the sense of they want you to be better rather than protect your feelings. And that's what I do because I don't do feelings very well. Not soft ones. I think it's the military in me. I don't know. But I'm very, very excited for you to start looking at your niche, getting it super tight, getting your branding right, getting your copy, the words on your page, very powerful, and really recognizing what that pain point is so you can help people go from point A to point B to the sky, to the moon. Bye. Wow, that was so good. So I know that you know somebody that also needs to hear that. So share this episode, leave a review. And I would love if you could watch my free workshop at JeanettePeterson.com/missingpiece. I'll see you guys over on the grams at Jeanette.that.Peterson. Bye.